Taurus. This is your short heads up video with all the astrological energies you need to know to navigate the month of September 2023. Do you know, I nearly said 2024. Oh my God, what planet or what year am I living in? But I got it right. It is 2023 still. So Taurus, this is for the sun in Taurus or for the rising sign. And some people like to listen to their moon sign too, if their moon is in Taurus. And it's entirely up to you what you choose to do. But I always suggest you listen to your rising sign first and then your sun sign. So how is this month going to pan out? Well, we have got a lot of retrograde planets, but the good news is that two of those inner planets will go direct this month. They will be in their shadow zone up until towards the end of September, but you will feel a kind of general momentum, a movement from these inner planets, because Venus, our planet of love, relationship, self-worth, can also be money. In Leo, the sign of creativity, in your fourth house, which is the part of the chart for you that represents the home and family, is going direct finally on the 4th of September. So this is a wonderful opportunity as Venus starts to go direct to learn how to co-create in harmony with the divine with regard to your home life. However you want your home to be, however you want your relationships with your family to be. It's just lovely energy to really kind of think good, warm, loving, positive thoughts. Now, I know that can sound a little bit kind of, you know, here Penny goes, she's going a bit up into the woo-woo land, but I'm not. I just think that we don't always pay enough attention to the fact that we're not helpless victims of fate, being tossed around on a rough sea, although it can feel like it sometimes. We have to have the intent. And with that intent, we give it to the divine, knowing that the divine has taken note of what our intent is and will do its best to manifest for us what is best for our highest good and the highest good of others. Now, how does this work with the fact that we've got Jupiter, our planet of luck, opportunity and expansion, in your sign Taurus, in your first house, going retrograde from the 4th of September? Well, first of all, on a very practical level, Taurus, if you found over the few months that Jupiter has been in your sign, you've been struggling a bit with your diet, Jupiter going retrograde is going to help you reverse that. So use that energy constructively. Think, we've done the expansion, now let's do the contraction. Let's actually see if you can shift a few pounds. And I always think psychologically, when we get to September, we kind of think, right, it's this time of the year. We've sort of nearly done with summer. It's time to take that step and move forward and really see if we can get these things moving. So move, Taurus. Get physically moving. This is also a little bit of a note to self. And we, us Taurians, will be surprised at what we can achieve if we move. We're too fixed sometimes, and it's really good to move. Now, Jupiter, as I say, is retrograde for several months. I forgot to write down the date when it goes direct, but you won't remember anyway if I tell you. So don't worry about it. It will come out when I do my special heads up about Jupiter going retrograde, I will mention it in that particular heads up video. Let's also look at our lovely planet of communication, Mercury. Mercury, our messenger that wings its way to the gods, that can carry our intentions all the way through to the divine, in Virgo, where we've really had to pay attention to the minutiae, to the details of what and how we want to create our future. Mercury in Virgo, in your 5th house of entertainment and creativity, goes direct on the 15th. Now remember, it'll be in shadow for a while, but you will feel as if everything that has kind of ground to a halt, suddenly you start to move, and you can see the kind of the ripples on the water as it's taking you in a new direction. Now, interestingly, also on the 15th, we have a new moon in Virgo in your 5th house of fun and creativity. And this new moon in your 5th is trined by Uranus that is retrograde in your sign, Taurus. So remember, Uranus is our planet of surprise, of the unexpected, as I nearly knocked the table over because I moved my foot before I got cramp. And also the planet Uranus is about freedom, rebellion, innovation, and literally storms and earth-moving events. It's a new moon. This new moon trines Uranus. You know what? I think you're going to get some great ideas. Round about the middle of September, I think you are going to come up with some fabulous ideas, creative ideas of how you want to move forward. Now, this could be in any area of your life that you choose to make that work in. So I want to give you that freedom that Uranus can bring in, that kind of rebellious freedom. Let's be rebellious. Let's work with the astrology and bend it and say, I want this creativity to be about my work. I want it to be about my relationship. I want it to be about my hobbies, my passion. Whatever it is that you want to be innovative about and inventive about, use this energy. Now, the day after, on the 16th, the sun, of course, will still be in Virgo and it will still be trining Uranus. So, but what happens then is we have a grand Earth trine. Now, this is going to be super helpful to you, Taurus, because you're an Earth sign. Earth grounds us, and you've got a mix with this grand Earth trine of fixed, cardinal, and mutable sort of earthy energy. This is like a primordial soup helping you launch your plans. One point of this grand trine is the sun in Virgo in your 5th house. Retrograde Pluto in Capricorn is the other point, and that is in your 9th house. And then retrograde Uranus in Taurus in your 1st house. So 5th house, 9th house, 1st house. Major energy in the sun shining light on what you want to create out of this primordial soup. You know, you are going to have, I believe, some incredible aha awakening moments, not just in September, but over the next few months. And I think this grand Earth trine sees a beginning to that as you find yourself kind of recalibrating, as if you've really been out of sorts and out of balance, and this helps you see the way clear to getting into a more balanced state. Then let's move on to the 23rd of September, when the Sun enters Libra. Now, this is your 6th house of service to others, of your work, of your daily routine, of pets, of health. It's the autumn equinox. And of course, you always experience the autumn equinox in this part of your chart. And this is going to be very helpful energy for you, as it always is, because it just shifts your focus a little bit into how you can really start to, through these kind of autumn months, look at taking better care of yourself, preparing yourself for the winter months. I know I'm talking about the Northern Hemisphere, and everybody in the Southern Hemisphere is saying, but what about us? What about us? This is spring into summer. I know, my loves, and I don't forget about you. It's just that what you have to do is try and reverse what I say. And if you're going into summer, it's the same kind of energy, because it's enjoying the sun's rays. That's breathing new creative life into you so that you can get healthy in a different way from the way that we might be looking at it in the Northern Hemisphere. Venus in Leo is in the 4th house, which is the part of the chart, of course, for you, which is home and family. Now, also on the 23rd, it's making a trine aspect to our wounded healer Chiron that's retrograde in Aries in your 12th house. I feel that there is an opportunity, Taurus, with this energy for healing to come with any family rifts you may have had. This is going to really help to soothe the way. It may also be that you are being the healer to family members that maybe are going through their own tough times. So just be aware of that energy, Taurus, and use it in only the way that only you know how, which is with warmth and compassion and loyalty. Taurus is one of the most loyal signs of the zodiac. Let's move on to the next point, which is the full moon in Aries in your 12th house on the 29th of September. Now, with this particular energy, because it's a full moon in your 12th house, of course, it's about understanding and realizations on that inner level. And that part of you that might have been staying a little bit reclusive, that is now thinking, enough of doing everything indoors, I'm going outside. And it's interesting, I live in a hot country, as a lot of you know, and so I don't really go out till the autumn. In the summer, I hide away because I find it too hot. And I didn't move here for the weather. I moved here for very different reasons, which I will tell you about at another time. And I do find the weather here challenging. But this full moon, this square to Uranus from Venus in Leo, I think what it's saying is there's something that you need, Taurus, to break through. You need to break through and break out. Something to do with your whole routine, the way you manage your life in your home environment. And that way, I think you will really make this full moon in Aries work well for you. So on that note, thank you so much for joining me. As you see, I'm doing them all slightly differently again, because I decided a palm coming at the camera every five seconds was perhaps not terribly attractive. So anyway, on that note, please remember to like, comment and subscribe and share and all those wonderful things. And thank you so much for joining me here. And it's running out of breath. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.